let's go game number 5, guys. In the top right, representing Psystorm Gaming, this is MaxPax. Down here in the bottom left side, representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, it is Zest. And once again, we are on Glittering Ashes, and MaxPax is going for the low ground pylon. That last game, Zest actually made it look totally okay. He didn't even seem to care about his Nexus getting delayed. He just said, I will put a Cybercore down, make sure you can't make it happen. And, what's up, Kev? Rotterdam in the chat reminding us of his, I don't know, 16-0 versus me in show matches at this point. Probe there is going to go across for the scout. And do we once again hide a pylon? Go 2 Stalkers, put on a bit of light pressure, and then just expand? Does Zest change it up, or does he feel like this is a winning formula against MaxPax 1-gate expand? I really think it's fascinating because MaxPax has just decided that this is the opening that he feels gives him the most flexibility and options. I think it makes sense because he can go in so many places when he gets his tech up as fast as he does, and it feels like he has the most information because he gets a probe scout out, followed by an adept, followed by an oracle. It feels like what MaxPax build is optimized for is scouting and economy. And those are the 2 things that give you the most flexibility in StarCraft. The more money you have, money can turn into anything, right? You can get a tech advantage, but you can only use that in one way, right? If you got like, I have 3 oracles, well, that can burn a mineral line. It can't do that much else, right? Maybe use it for scouting for a bit. But if you build an extra 10 probes on a mineral line, take a gas. Like, that can be turned into just about anything. So MaxPax, with a mixture of the scouting and the economy, it feels like he's always setting himself up for, will I swap into DTs? Will I hit a Blink Stalker timing? You never know, and he's never predictable. He's always got the information to try and pick the best option. Now, he does go for that Adept Scout because he knows it's a 2-gate opening. Zest is hidden a pylon, but he could very well actually proxy off that one. Now, MaxPax is actually looking for it this time. It's game 5. He does not want to get taken out by a cheese, but he's not going to see it. Yeah, okay. Stalker's going to break the pylon. Now that Adept will be coming out. Where is that Adept? Oh, he's going to try and take out Zest's probe first of all. Interesting. Okay, so MaxPax prioritizes taking out Zest Scout before going across the map with this Adept. And he's going to take a while to get across because of that. Zest is on scouting denial mode. He wants to stop that probe seeing his expand, or lack thereof. Or does he actually? Because he's going to expand right afterwards anyway. Whoa! Big brain! What? Guys! Zest is faking the 1 base while taking a corner base. Oh my god, there aren't that many things that 11 years into StarCraft 2 make me pog, but that makes me pog, baby. Holy crap. MaxPax is like, ooh, getting 1 base. And guess what, guys? He's already investing in the Forge. Zest is playing him like a fiddle here. MaxPax is like, okay, 1 base all in. He's got a Forge on the way. He's going to make Void Rays and Cannons, and he's going to cut probe production. Now, obviously, he's up 5 probes, so it's not the end of the world if he keeps scouting and realizes, but MaxPax is going to keep scouting this base. And when he sees no expansion at this base, guess what? He's going to keep playing as if he's being all in. This is such a genius way of playing. Zest knows exactly how MaxPax plays. And he's like, no, you can't let that in. Okay, you want to let it in, actually. Oh, he purposefully let it go past so it could see the Nexus. He purposely let it go past. And now MaxPax is even more convinced. He's like, more cannons, let's go. He's going to build a cannon in the main as well because he'll be worried about a blinker or prism there. This is actually wild, dude. And he's scouting around the left. Does he recall probes? Stalkers? No, he's going to transfer. Oh, what is this tryhard shit? Oh, he had to recall. Wait. Did he fuck up his recall, guys? He's used his recall. What did he use his recall on? Did he recall a probe or something home? I think he meant to recall these probes to the top left and he misrecalled, guys. We're going to have to rewind this replay. Dot, please remind me at the end. Rewind to check what the hell he did with that recall. Stalker's a bit out front. Okay, Stalker's coming forward. MaxPax is still like, what is happening right now? What is this build? And Zest is like, oh, it's a 1 base all in, bro. Meanwhile, fully saturated expansion and blink finished. And he's like, yeah, it's a 1 base build, sure. I mean, the funny thing is, MaxPax economically isn't that far behind. It's not the economy that matters. It's the fact that he's massing Void Rays and cannons. Now, I know that looks like a really good position if you're in Silver League. Yeah, the more cannons and Void Rays, the more you're winning, right? Not at this level. This is not what you want. His Stalker's going to scout. He's going to find the corner base. The thing is, he can't push it. Zest has Blink. He's going to go in. He doesn't even get one probe. Zest with the Citizen's Arrest takes that Stalker out. A little chunk of its body lands on the ground. He's going to build a battery. And he's like, what are you going to do? Push me with 4 Void Rays and the 0 other units you have? I mean, this was just such a genius play by Zest. And when you've got a guy who puts up such problems like MaxPax, you've got to do stuff like this. So there's 2 problems for MaxPax. Number 1, how do you take a 3rd base? Because Zest is doing that right now. Number 2, how do you punish his expansion? And he's going Twilight, he's going +1. Honestly, he has to just play like the slowest game of all time and accept that he's behind. Big brain Zest. Honestly, I mean, you know, SOS may have retired, but Zest, I feel like so many players have been paying homage to Zest recently, you know, to SOS, sorry. I feel like SOS retired and all the other Protoss players have been like, you know what, we're going to take more corner bases. You retired, we're going to do some more big brain shit that is going to totally screw with our opponent. And I was talking about what does MaxPax do, guys? He prioritizes scouting and economy. Zest was like, well, you know what really ruins a person who does that? If you give them the wrong scouting info. And that is just so awesome. Oracle's going to go across. Hallucination. He's like, hey, buddy. Where are you going, buddy? Oh, he loses it. Oh, man. I actually think MaxPax's best target was down here with the Oracle. Oh, and he did send one down here as well, didn't he? But that one gets damaged as well. Oh, my lord. Look at the units lost tab. Units lost tab in the top left. Oh, Zest has just got him contained. He's checkmated him with a corner-based strategy. There is a weakness to being completely predictable every single game in the first 4 or 5 minutes. And this is the sort of thing, is it's completely solid until your opponent understands what you do. You're entirely predictable. And then your opponent can cut some mother truck in corners, and they can mind game you, and they can absolutely trick you out. And I mean, this is going to be like, Zest is going to use this up, right? And MaxPax is going to be like, oh, well, I'm not going to fall for that again. But yeah. Zest saved it, though, for Game 5 in a hard-fought series and was like, okay, it's time to pull out the big guns. This is only going to work once. This is a single shot. And once it's gone off, that is it. Observer sees a DT leaving the base. Oh, my lord. If Zest noticed that. Yeah, he's already got cannons on the way. He's already got a cannon on the way in each base. I mean, the supply is not bad, right? He's trying to catch up on Blink. MaxPax is securing a 3rd. It's not game over. And that is mostly because Zest has not probed his 3rd at all. He only transferred probes from his main. So, Zest, I think, could have got further ahead here. I mean, he's taken great trades, but is that enough? He's still ahead. Definitely. Still ahead. He's got +2 on the way, a little ahead. DT of MaxPax runs in. Now, guys, we actually interviewed MaxPax after his incredible win versus party in the group stage. For those of you who weren't there, I said, dude, you're so good with DTs. Like, I don't know how they're always so successful. Can you, like, give us some advice for some of us mortal Protoss players? How can we be even half as good with you with Dark Templar? And MaxPax, he thought for a second. He went, I think you just need to, I think if you have to micro them. And we're like, what? He's like, yeah, I think you should micro your Dark Templar. We're like, oh, thanks, MaxPax. Great advice. And I kind of joked that he did end up elaborating. He didn't just leave it there. After he was like, you should micro. We were like, hello? And he's like, well, they can outrun observers. So instead of just running into an observer and getting it killed, when you realize you're spotted with a cannon or an observer, you run away and come back later. And I was like, oh, okay, that makes sense. But MaxPax, as always, a poet. He has a way with words. And I don't think I'm even doing it justice. I think it was like a 10 times more blunt than that and immediate, where he's just like, I think you should micro them. And I was like, what? Anyways, Stalker Disruptor's out. MaxPax is back in this game simply off the back of this ball. That ball is what's going to be keeping him alive. So notice he's got to keep his balls behind his wall. Honestly, he should keep one ball tucked in there, one ball tucked in there. Because if they get hit by Zealot Archon Surround or the Stalkers can focus them, they're good. You want to think of these as your reserve firepower, right? So keep him in the back. Even there, I think might be a little too far out, right? And you don't want to use them too early. You got to be really careful. Okay. It's all about the balls. You're down 30 army supply. These disruptors need to make some magic happen. First one gets a pretty decent hit. Second one gets focused down before it can fire. This is what I was talking about. You need those disruptors to be in reserve. A new disruptor comes into the fight. A big stasis trap on the south. The Void Rays have just destroyed like 12 stalkers. I think he's held. He got one good ball, the other one got shot down, but the stasis trap and the Void Rays actually just massacred Zest's army. MaxPax blinks to stop them escaping. A blink force field. He survives. Dude, the stasis trap and the Chad Rays actually bring it out. Sorry, guys, they're not Void Rays anymore. After doing that, these guys have been promoted to Chad Rays. These were the very first 4 units that kept MaxPax alive for the first 8 minutes of this game, and they also just crushed that engagement. And guess what? He's going to catch up on the +2 upgrade. He's got his own charge, and he's getting a 4th on the right side. Yeah, Zest is still a little ahead on economy, but not in the way he was before. And remember, there's disruptors for MaxPax. That being said, Zest is going to be a bit wily here. He's got a lot of map control. And MaxPax doesn't see much of this map. Remember, Zest still has Prism out there, Stalkers and Observer there, Stalker Observer squad there. Should get an easy snipe on this 4th base, I think. Zest with some great positioning. He's going to find an opening for sure. MaxPax looking to collapse on that base on the left. He could take it, but I think he loses. Oh, 2 cannons and batteries. Maybe a big Zealot warp in and the disruptors could help. Oh, he's just got charge. He's going to try and get back there. No recall, though. I'm surprised he's not recalling on this army. Ooh, disruptors, though. Ooh, okay. Does force the blink back. You know what? MaxPax avoids mortal damage there. Loses a couple of units. It's not too bad. Army comes in from the left for Zest. Zest is playing a dangerous game right now. He's trying to just kind of push and pull. But when you're dealing with cannon, battery, disruptor, layered like this, I mean, one moment where you're not looking and it goes very bad. Blink does start to chase him down. Cybercore just went down. MaxPax is only on 6 gates, and with no Cybercore, he needs to make sure he replaces that. MaxPax marauding around this map, though. He's back in control of this game. He's going to do a 5 DT run by to go for that corner base. Oh, okay. All right, this is a crazy attack from Zest, though. MaxPax does have recall available. But look at that. Just picks off a building, pulls back. Guys, he hasn't rebuilt his Cybercore, MaxPax. I don't think he's realized. That could be a big problem for him. DTs run in. They take out the cannon. A quick recall there from Zest. And can those DTs get out? The Observer's in pervert mode, so it can't chase. And he microed his DTs. As we said, guys, he microed his DTs out. The Stalker army is pushing in. He gets the Disruptor. He gets one of the Robos. There is a battery overcharge back there. But in the top left, guess what? The DTs go right back in on that base. And the Stalkers are doing massive damage. Is MaxPax, after getting totally mind-gamed by the corner expand from Zest, going to do this? That Disruptor needs to fire. MaxPax might not be looking. He might not see it. Zest needs to fire. But no, it goes down. Oh my god, this Stalker Void Ray attack. The same 4 Chad Rays. It's a double alpha of Chad Rays. And he recalls them out. All of them survive but one. And the DTs are back in on the corner base. How the hell are you doing this, MaxPax? What is wrong with you? And microing his DTs again. He told us. We doubted him, but it really is the secret, guys. You have to micro your DTs. I mean, this is actually wild, dude. He's recalling around. His DTs are now swapping, so he's going to try and hit this base with a big DT, a giant DT backstab. He's got Blink DT, and he's rotated his main army to the top left. Zest here, not able to hang on against all this, and MaxPax is just out positioning him. He's outplaying him. Now remember, the recall got used, so Zest is going to try and do a bit of a base trade. I don't know if it'll work, though. He's losing all the probes. That's going to go down. Zest's going to dive. There's a DT on his army. He does not have observers. The Zealot DT is going to make this really hard for him, man. If that Zealot DT jumps on this army, meanwhile, the DTs and MaxPax will go in. Uh-oh, those guys will go down, it looks like. Oh, no, he micros them again. He blinks in the third, pulls back those. He literally always micros his DTs. It's not just chance. It's not just chance. He actually does. Oh, he's going to get the third base. Oh my god, Zest is back to almost no bases. He pulls the probes, barely keeps that one alive. That DT goes in as well. He says, "For my brethren, we shall fight," but it goes down. Zest hangs onto his second base, takes out a few of these Dark Templar. They also pull back. Big fight in the middle. Stalkers blink past. They got one or two of the Disruptors, but they are outnumbered, and 3 of the Void Rays are still here from the start of this game. Oh my god, Zest almost makes the reversal happen. A genius build order in that game, but MaxPax fights for his darned life and he makes it work. You know, what happens with this recall? I think he accidentally recalls to this nexus. So look, he stacks his probes for the recall, and he recalls to this nexus, does he? No, he recalls this probe. What? So he stacks those probes for the recall, and then he recalls this probe. Oh no! That might have cost him the game! And then he had to run the probes across the map. Oh no, that's so unfortunate. I still think he was in a great position. He was still in a great position after that, but it's unfortunate he had to rally across the map like that. Definitely lost him a lot of mining time.